saw as soon as I put my head up.
What am I supposed to say in the beginning? Like, hello, YouTube. Hi. I don't like this part because I have to introduce myself over and over again. Hello, I am Shangling from Half Baked and Barely Measured.
No.
No. All right, I'm cooking Birria tacos and our. Oh, I'm not gonna be able to say this. Can you give me my phone? Where's my phone?
You have your phone.
Oh, I do. I know. It was right behind me. All right, so I'm cooking Birria tacos and.
All right, you ready?
And where do they go? I have so many recipes on my phone that I'm having. Orzo. And then when it comes time, I will start to assemble tacos. Tacos should be super easy. So the next step.
We got.
I shouldn't have used it.
We've got jackage occurring. Oh, jackage.
Probably rice, and the rice can sit, and then we'll work on the tacos. Oh yeah, should be pretty simple. Actually, I was kind of like hesitant, thinking everything's gonna be new, and I'm gonna have to. I don't know what happened. It fell apart.
That's it. I'm going to McDonald's.
Actually, I'm kind of pretty chill about it. Shit, I made bagels. Oh, I need to turn the bagels around. Orzo. I am about to say it too. You're messing me up. Orzo con Gandules. Orzo con Gandules. I'm gonna put it down there. I'm gonna make my own homemade sofrita. I can say that part. What was the other part we were making? Wow, I really can't find the thing that I had just looked up.
Well,
Ponche Navideño? Ponche Navideño. It's a traditional Mexican fruit beverage. So I don't even know. So I put up on Instagram a little challenge. Somebody give me some ideas for some recipes that were different. So I was given Birria tacos, the Arroz con Gandules, and now this last one is the Ponche Navideño. I'm really bad at Spanish, so we're just gonna not judge me. But I had all the ingredients. We went to the Hispanic store the other day. I was able to get a bunch of Hispanic spices, and then also I was able to get meat from the butcher and work on, I just got these tecates, what are these called? We got
the longest intro ever.
tecates from the Mexican store, and I didn't know what they were. I asked Instagram, and somebody said to make this Ponche Navideño drink. So we're gonna make that with the rest of the Hispanic meal because it just literally kind of came together. And I think all these items, all three of them, or well, not the Birria tacos specifically, but Julia asked, she requested me to make them for her because apparently it's an Instagram rave, right? Or something. I don't know. I haven't seen these, but apparently it's a thing. So I'm making those for her. And then the Arroz con Gandules is traditionally ate around New Year's and the Christmas time. Same with the Ponche Navideño. I should probably just see if I can't get this to Google Translate. Pronunciation. But it doesn't give it to you. Ponche Navideño.
Ponche Navideño.
I'm not gonna say it like that.
Ponche Navideño.
Ponche. Come on, say it again.
Ponche Navideño.
Navideño. God.
Ponche Navideño.
Ponche.
Navideño.
You didn't even say it right. You almost sound like you said puta.
Ponche Navideño.
Ponta.
It's P. Ponce.
Navideño.
Navideño. And no.
Ponche Navideño.
Ponce Navideño. Okay, still. Regardless, I'm making that today. Alright, so the recipe technically. Oh, speaking. What is that? Ribs. Oh.
Is it? Yeah.
Yes, you know it's leaking, and yet.
No, I didn't know it was leaking. I just know it was ribs.
All right, so the recipe technically started yesterday. I started off with marinating the meat and chopping it up. They didn't have the chuck that I wanted, or the piece of meat that I wanted. So they didn't have the meat that I wanted. So this recipe calls for a pound and a half of beef shank and a pound of cab sirloin or other roast or steak. I ended up grabbing a pound and a half of chuck roll, which is kind of thin, and a couple beef shanks. The marinade itself are dried gallo peppers. I'm not gonna be able to say this stuff. Dried peppers, a can of chipotle peppers and adobo, a quarter cup of vinegar, half cup of crushed tomatoes, 5 garlic cloves, 1 teaspoon of oregano, a half teaspoon of smoked paprika, and 1 teaspoon of cumin. I put them in a bag because then it just lets it get everything, all the crevices. So right now I'm sauteing the onions. The next step is to put the marinade and the rest of the stew ingredients in, because I'm going to be slow cooking the meat for 4 to 6 hours versus putting it in the Instapot because I don't have one. So marinade in bag, let it sit overnight. I let it sit for 2 days on accident, but it's okay because it's going to be really delicious. Medium chopped onion. We're good. We're good. Oh my God.
Nicely nailed.
Why are you hurting me? I know, seriously.
Oh, I have to look at Alexis's dumb face again.
All right, so last night I made pork ribs. I kept the broth that I boiled my ribs in because I like to use everything, right? See. So instead of using chicken stock, it's the only difference in this recipe that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use pork broth that I had already had from last night. I really don't think it's gonna change the flavor. If anything, it's just gonna make it more delicious. Meanwhile, Johnny's dying behind me. What did you trip on me?
Trip on you, your wide feet stance.
I'm holding myself. I have to hold myself.
Going like this over here, I'm like, I just need a spoon.
He's just trying to get breakfast. I'm over here trying to cook dinner.
Yeah, 11 o'clock breakfast.
You slept until 9. Breakfast is just about the same time. Shut up.
Your coffee.
Okay. And now this is going to be the stew that the meat just kind of simmers in for the next few hours. We're going to move it though. It's going to go over onto the induction cooktop so that it can sit and simmer. Right, honey? Oh, look, he's already got it set up on my desk. Say it again. Alrighty, we're about at 4 o'clock-ish. And the stew section of the slow cooking has been cooking all day. It's looking good. I'm slowly increasing the temperature just to kind of finish off the tendon, make it break down. I have some bagels in the oven, needing to switch those out in a second. But I'm gonna get started on making the Ponche Navideño. I'm just gonna put it right here because I'm really bad at this. I already did 4 quarts of water in my pot, and then I have all of my ingredients on the cutting board. I'm going to chop up majority of these ingredients, and then they're just gonna kind of all simmer in the pot. I'm gonna go ahead and throw in 2 cups of hibiscus flowers and get a tea started, and then I'm going to chop and throw these in as I go. The Hawthorn apples, And then I'm gonna throw in some oranges, 1 cinnamon stick to start. I'm gonna throw a pear in there because I've seen a couple recipes that have it and I have one that's kind of bruised. I'm gonna throw some guava. They should be yellowish. These ones are a little bit underripe, but that'll be okay. The sugar will help. So I'm gonna go ahead and make that. And then when it comes time, I will start to assemble tacos. Tacos should be super easy. So the next step I'll probably do rice, and the rice can sit, and then we'll work on the tacos. So yeah, should be pretty simple. Actually, I was kind of like hesitant thinking everything's gonna be new and I was gonna have issues, but actually I'm kind of pretty chill about it. Shit, I made bagels. Oh, I need to turn the bagels around. Let me... Alright, so we're doing dinner. This is the problem with the tiny kitchen. Only problem, I'm running out of counter space for all the different things. So my tea is done. My Hispanic Ponche Navideño, I cannot say it. It is finished. I'm gonna strain it out and then I'm actually gonna keep the pulp and use it to either infuse into apple cider vinegar or something because it still has a lot of flavor, I think. So I'm gonna strain it and then that way I can start to use that stove to start my rice, my Arroz con Gandules, which is just green pigeon peas. So I've got my rice, I've got my bacon, which is just gonna be salted pork because I don't have any. I've got my cilantro, and then these are gonna make up my sofrita, which I need to get an onion and some garlic and some other stuff. And then I have diced tomatoes, olives, and that's all gonna go in the rice. And then the last step will be to take the birria taco, the meat juices, and you dip the taco tortilla shells in it and then fry them. So that'll be the last step. Look who's just in time for dinner.
Look, my horse is wearing a helmet.
Oh my gosh.
Did you just like, I was a horse girl once.
I was not. I was Polly Pockets. Like a panda.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Here we have her again. What do we have here?
I just put the
Besides thick beets.
I put the taco shells in there so that they warm up.
You have sound on the
Well, I might not use that one. That one's a little funky. Okay. As per the instructions, I'm supposed to just be able to dip it in the sauce that it cooked in.
Sorry, what was that again? Santa Maria!
Now I took my
Don't cry for me, Argentina. We got.
You guys shouldn't have used
We've
it.
got jackage occurring. Oh, jackage! With the trash.
But it also.
Hold on. Okay.
I wasn't sure actually.
Yeah, you were not sure.
Oh no, I'm just getting
My God.
I don't know what happened. It fell apart.
That's it. I'm going to McDonald's. We don't ever spray them.
You want to do this? Yeah, special.